5 game totals above 50 this week. We are going to pick our 5 favorite games against the spread. And Reebs, we have a beautiful menu, man. Just a beautiful menu of meaningful games. We have a Chiefs Bills, always very good. Lions Vikings. I am waiting on bated breath. How deep in the headset do you think JJ McCarthy has been, the VR headset, over the most recent 6 weeks? I hope really deep. I hope he's learned everything there is to learn about the National Football League, because if we knew that he was good, like, what would the total for Detroit, Minnesota be if the Vikings got to start Sam Darnold this week?
Yeah, 52, 53.
52. Yeah,
So
50, 50, something like that. Very, very high. So we are going to pick our 5 favorite games against the spread, descending from our least favorite to our most favorite. And there are actually a bunch of great games to pick this week, Reeb. So I will turn the floor over to you. What do you got for me?
Yeah, it's a fun slate too. Is also like would be like maybe like a historic trap spot, but I don't know if like old like betting adages like even apply
Yep.
anymore to like the current NFL landscape. Like we're seeing favorites win at like an alarming rate, right? Like you would think like the shoe's gonna drop. Like going back to last year, like all of like these big favorites like just keep winning and covering. And you think that like ties into like how DFS has gone too, or just like the models are just too good now? I don't know, man. Like it's crazy. Like favorites right now have they're 82, 38, and 1 this season straight up. That's a 68.2% winning percentage, the highest rate through this point of a season in the NFL since 2005. And in terms of covering, also the highest rate for favorites covering since 2005.
Highest win and cover rate since 2005. I mean, I guess what strikes me as true about that would be there seems to be a greater discrepancy between teams that get it and teams that don't get it than ever.
Yeah.
Where in terms of like the math of the stuff, but also just like, oh, well, we are not running our offense this way because it doesn't work. And we are not deploying our defensive players this way because it doesn't work. I think that is part of it. And also the quarterback position has gotten so hard. Just so there's so much going on pre-snap, post-snap, that if you don't have one of those guys, you are just dusted. Yeah. All right. What is your 5th favorite game against the spread, brother?
Yeah, my number 5 is one of these other. This one actually, they're actually underdogs on the road because I do have a
Okay.
couple of these tighter road favorites, but I'll take the Broncos just to win this game outright against the Houston Texans. The Texans are a team I still want to short against quality opponents. And last week, look at their wins. They beat the Tennessee Titans team that they were only winning 6-0 going in the fourth quarter. A completely just ravaged Baltimore Ravens defense, and then an equally ravaged 49ers defense. Even accounting for the loss of Patrick Surtain, like this is a really good Broncos defense, and it's the best pass rush in the NFL against arguably one of the worst objective offensive lines in the NFL. So I still think, Bo Nix, even though he has his faults, like is still capable of getting enough points here to where they win this game outright. And I just think the Denver Broncos are a supremely better football team than the Houston Texans. I do respect the Houston Texans defense, but we haven't seen the Texans like really beat like a really quality team yet this season. And I'm not sure until they do it, I'm going to believe that they can.
No, it's actually such a false flag operation that the Texans are coming in off of a win where they looked awesome. First off, the San Francisco 49ers just like they kind of all their issues met at a head. Like Mac Jones not healthy, the offensive line could not block a fly last week, and it made the Texans look a little bit better than they did.
Well,
Also,
defensively, they're just cooked, dude.
they're
Like
cooked. Yeah,
CJ Stroud was
everyone
11
should.
for 11 on third downs in that game. They couldn't get off the field. The 49ers were in their lowest amount of offensive snaps in the Kyle Shanahan era last week. They couldn't get
It's
off the field, man. Like
couldn't get off
they
the
have
field.
no pass rush with the Bryce Huff. Like it's not to make this about the 49ers, but
No, but
yeah. But the
I agree
Broncos are
because
going to rush. The Broncos are going to have a pass rush here, even if you lower them for the Surtain injury.
yes. No, I think you are correct about that. I just don't like I would think the market is kind of viewing that as a marquee win, and I would say it's probably not a marquee win for the Houston Texans. Also, they are not going to have learned any lesson from that game, Reeves. You know who's going right back to the bench with Christian Kirk and Nico Collins back?
Oh yeah.
Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel are going right back to the bench. A lot of Zayden, a lot of 2 tight end stuff. It's not going to be a pleasant offensive watch. The Dallas Cowboys really, and I got that one really wrong. I thought the Cowboys were going to be able to move the ball, and they were not able to move the ball at all. They looked awful on offense, and that was even with, I think Surtain left in the third quarter. Surtain injured his ankle and then kept playing and then got injured again, and it didn't even really make a difference. Total blowout, decisive victory.
Yeah,
This one was,
Prescott had 18 dropbacks in that game with Surtain off the field,
yeah.
and he had a 55.1 rating, 6.1 yards per pass attempt. Last year with Surtain off the field, Denver ran actually 103 defensive plays with Surtain out, 6.6 yards per pass attempt, which would have been second in the NFL still.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still a very quality unit. This one is not on my list, mostly because I think I just need to make my bed as a non Bo Nix guy instead of trying to fight it. I've placed my flag. He's fine. He's fine. I'm not a hater. I'm also not a CJ Stroud guy, so maybe I can't really make big
I wish Peyton
declarations here.
I wish like that he would just let Bo Nix play.
Yeah,
Like he keeps trying to make him new Drew Brees, and like just let Bo Nix be Bo Nix.
let him cook, man. Don't try and teach him Asian fusion. Let him do, the culinary classics that he's originated with. All right, so I am taking for my number 5. Yeah. I'm taking the Chargers minus 9.5. The only reason why it's my 5 is it is a ton of points.
This is my one.
Okay. The Chargers giga smoked the Vikings. They did lose to the Colts. A lot of teams are going to lose to the Colts. Actually kind of a tough game for them against the Dolphins, but they are like ridiculously efficient. They are 14th in the NFL in net adjusted yards per attempt passing. That number's kind of skewed because they've thrown so much. But they are also 7th in the NFL in like success rate rushing the ball as well. And they're doing that, with Kamani Vidal and Jarrett Patterson and stuff. So I really think, and you covered all the data last week. The Titans are dead last in everything. Dead last in EPA per play on offense, dead last in yards per play on offense, dead last in points scored. They're dead last in everything. And sometimes these teams that are dead last on offensive stuff have like, oh, this defensive player, this thing is hard. The Titans have none of that. It's just that 9.5 points is a lot. That's really it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't even know if it is. Like last week, I had the Colts at minus 14.5 on my 5, just because this Titans team is just not a serious operation. Like they have 6 losses by double-digit points already, and they probably should have lost the 7th game by double digits if it wasn't for just like the weirdest circumstance of events that transpired against the Cardinals that kind of swung that game back around and they actually, ended up winning that game and ruined everyone's survivor leagues for the season in that game. But dude, they now have no secondary pieces. Last month they traded Jarvis Brownlee away. L'Jarius Sneed went on IR. This week they traded their last starting quarterback, Roger McCreary, away. They're moving on. Jeffrey Simmons isn't going to play. Like they're just completely punting until next year. They're playing a team that has playoff aspirations. Like, and Harbaugh doesn't he's not going to they're not going to lollygag through this, man. Like they're going to handle business.
So they're definitely not going to lollygag. This is really my only question to you about this game is, do you think the pass rate over expectation stuff will hold even as a huge favorite? Because they are 2nd in the NFL in PROE.
No, they're going to be able to run the ball on them.
Yeah,
like everyone runs the ball on the Titans.
Yeah.
Dude, they gave up they've given up big games to, Ramondre Stevenson. Everyone gets there.
Yeah.
And Vidal as a prospect, was a guy we were interested in.
He was good. We liked him.
He was a high workhorse back. He was a high RAS guy, like physical profile. Like he can get explosives.
I forgot to put him in my starting lineup in a dynasty league that you and I were playing against each other in last week. Your team is terrible. Mine is very good, but I forgot to set my lineup. last week, which gave you the win. So does not speak
Take
well
that.
on me.
I
But
don't even think I had a quarterback. Oh, I had Kirk Cousins because it's
You
a
had Kirk
super flex
Cousins.
league, and I have Burrow who's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That was my 5. That was your 1. Wow.
That's
We
my
knocked
one,
your
man.
1 out early in the program, Reebs. What is your 4?
My 4 is let's see what I have on here. Oh, this is where I have the Chiefs. Where do you have the Chiefs? I know that you have the Chiefs.
I can't put the Chiefs on here, dude. This game is too like Reebs. We can spend a lot of time talking about this game if you want.
What a coward.
But no, it's just, dude, I am just too emotional, man. I am too wrapped up. I would say, like, I am so excited. Like last year for a Chiefs game, Reebs, I would be dreading it. I'd be like, all right, let's just go watch them beat some shitty AFC team, 20-4, and Kareem Hunt is like rumbling and bumbling, and Worthy can't get open. It's so different this year. I don't know what happened for them. I don't know what switched, but yeah, I mean they are. They are a very good side here. How are you thinking about this game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be high and tight. It's going to be obviously everyone's going to be watching this game. This is why there's only 3 4 o'clock games on the 11 slate. It should just be one if the NFL had their way. The other 2 games are what? Raiders, Jags, and who's the other late game? Saints, Rams. So no one's watching any of those other 2 games. Everyone's eyeballs are going to be on this. And I know the Bills have won 4 straight regular season games against the Chiefs. But I'm in on this version of the Chiefs right now. Like they just feel like they are about to start marching. The defense has been absolutely awesome the past 6 weeks. The offense feels as close to as it's been from the like apex Kelsey, Tyreek Hill days. I don't think they're going to get to those heights, but this is as good as it's
I don't
been.
know, man. I don't know
No.
because
That apex Tyreek was like with Mahomes was. I don't know if there'll ever be a pairing like that again, man.
there probably won't be. It would require a lot of development from Xavier Worthy. So in games that Xavier Worthy has started and finished, Mahomes is first in the NFL in every category: yards, yards per attempt, EPA per play, fantasy points. Name whatever silly passing stat you want to come up with, and Mahomes is first.
He's completed over 70% of his passes in 4 straight games. Did that 0 times prior. Over 8 yards per pass attempt in 3 straight, 0 times prior. He's got 3 passing touchdowns in 4 straight games. And he's also going to smoke his career high in like rushing yardage, like absolutely destroy it. Like he already has more rushing yards than last year, right? Or no, he's 27 short. He's 27 short from last year.
I think we will see a lot of rushing from both quarterbacks in this game. I think both quarterbacks I think they both really want to win this game, which is very fun. It's fun in regular in games where they really want to win.
Anytime the Bills play in these high profile games, like this is where Josh Allen, like from a fantasy stance, like I actually prefer like a la carte Josh Allen to Mahomes just because in these big games, like it's all Josh Allen. Like he's the whole offense in these big spots. Yeah. And the Chiefs have been battle tested against running backs this year. I mean, they face Saquon, they face Derrick Henry. They face a ton of good dudes already. So like they're going to be up to be playing in James Cook. And then the Bills' just defensive injuries, I think, are a problem for this type of matchup. I mean, they're not going to have Ed Oliver. It looks like Daquan Jones isn't going to be up. So I just think that they're going to be a little short here in this game. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, but the fact that you don't have to lay the full 3 is enticing to me.
Yes. How do you think that the team is going to deal with the absence of Isaiah Pacheco? Because my thought is they're just gonna lean into the pass even more. Like I don't love Kareem Hunt as like a $4,700 value play. Like he could score a couple touchdowns, and he is
maybe on a different slate
distance back.
On this slate, and maybe some other things open up when we get off and like we get some clear injuries, like maybe like we get Monangai against the Bengals or like Travion is on the board, but like pricing is high and tight this week. So like he checks every box, right? Like he's almost min price because they played on Monday. He's playing against the worst run defense in the NFL right now. Like they're stone cold, like the worst run defense, and they're missing 2 starting defensive tackles. He's attached to a high total in like a great game environment. Like I don't know like why we would talk ourselves out of it.
I mean, they might call 12 runs this week.
Sure.
That's it. Like that's just, he like truly might not get the ball. This
I just feel like
Mahomes,
why Galaxy Brain? Like he checks every box though.
not the efficiency box. Like he's not gonna get the 100-yard bonus or whatever.
He might. This is the worst run defense in the NFL. Like absolutely, like stone the worst. Like they're 31st in yards allowed per run to running backs. Also, the types of runs that Kareem Hunt gets are that like the 40% of Kareem Hunt's runs are inside zone runs. And the Bills are 28th in efficiency against those runs. And that's, with Ed Oliver playing half the year and he's out, they're missing 2 defensive tackles.
It's pretty nuts.
And we're not going to see a lot of Brashard Smith, right? Like,
he'll get like maybe a little
design
bit more
stuff. Like it's going to be mostly
all
like design stuff. Because you would say like you look at the 8 games last year when Hunt filled in for Pacheco, they had Samaj P. Ryan like still operating as like that passing down back. We might see some of that for Brashard Smith. Like he hasn't proven like they're gonna like use him in pass pro, let him play every passing down. Like they trust Kareem Hunt. Like this is a veteran player like they are comfortable with.
Oh, they absolutely trust Kareem Hunt. That's why he
at least for 1 week, out of the bye. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. The answer of is Jonathan Taylor good at football, I think is going to be answered by my number 4, Mr. Ben. Appreciate the super chat. You're a good, nay, great man, Mr. Ben Weaver. Reebs, I've been pondering this game all week. The line is so strange to me. The Indianapolis Colts are traveling to play at the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are a very weird number. 3.5-point road favorites or 3-point road favorites, depending on the book. You're just paying a little bit of extra juice. It's -115 instead of -110 on all these books to get the Indianapolis Colts over the Steelers. Jacob Sanderson, our good friend, is a big Colts fan, and he has been telling me like that, he drank the spice water, the water of life, and he has come back and he said like the Colts are either going to lose this game or it's coming down to a field goal. This is a classic Steelers play up to the competition spot. I just have such a hard time seeing this Steelers team hanging blow for blow with the Colts. Daniel Jones leads the NFL in rate of his throws that are accurate. The Colts are number 1 in the NFL in yards per play, number 1 in the NFL in points per drive. I mean, basically they're number 1 in everything. How do the Steelers hang? So I'm taking the Colts -3 as my 4th favorite.
Yeah, this was a tight cut for me. I like this game a lot, though. I like it for DFS a lot as well, because I do think the Steelers will move the football in this game. I think they're going to be able to throw. Aaron Rodgers is low-key playing pretty good this year.
Yes,
it's not his fault. Like he's doing his end of the bargain. The Steelers defense is the part that's not doing their end of the bargain. They're now 29th in defensive success rate. They've allowed over 450 yards in back-to-back games, only the 2nd time in franchise history. And just the in-game calibration is what's terrible. And wouldn't this be such a Mike Tomlin game to like stick his chest out and be like, we held Jonathan Taylor to 4 yards per carry while Daniel Jones throws 3 touchdowns?
100 billion million %. Yes. I mean, that is what he is coming in wanting to do. They are coming in saying, we want to do the best we can to keep Jonathan Taylor from getting 40 fantasy points. That is like what is getting Mike Tomlin out of bed this week, which then puts the game in the hand of Daniel Jones, which I guess maybe at one time would have been considered terrifying. But the dude,
especially in like this matchup, because you'd be like, oh, Daniel Jones, this is where like it falls apart, like against a team that can get pressure, right? And like he's been awesome against pressure like all year, like the inverse Daniel Jones, because he's just in a comfortable system and he's got playmakers around him. People forget he was a top 10 pick for some reason. Someone's seen it, but yeah. And then you just gotta, are you counting on the Steelers like making in-game calibrations at all, like based on what they've done the last 2 weeks?
No. I have horrible news for you.
What is the news?
Travis Hunter is on the IR.
Yeah, we're not just never allowed to have nice things, man.
Travis Hunter, knee to be placed on the IR, will miss at least 4 games. So I guess he really, really injured his knee in practice yesterday.
Yeah, because it was out of the bye.
Oh, I have never been so disappointed in my life. That is such a horror. I did not like the notification right? You never like the guy getting injured in practice and being limited, but that really takes the wind out of my sails because I loved Hunter for DFS this week. He was
Well, a lot
an
of people,
awesome
I think we're
play.
gonna get to him.
Oh, that really is taking the wind out of my sails, Rich. That sucks. I guess, yeah. I guess it's De'Ami Brown season. All right. Well, all right. What's your number 3, brother?
What did I do? 3? I did 1,
No,
2,
we both just did our 4.
Okay. Yeah. Because the Colts are a tight cut for me because it's the
Yes.
Tomlin voodoo, but I think that's the right side because the Colts really haven't like played down very often. The Cardinals were the closest thing, and like the Cardinals have been like a team that has actually been game against everybody. So yeah, I don't even think really hold that against them, like that they necessarily played down. But my 3 is the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Coming out of their bye, just a terrible mismatch game for I think the Commanders here. Everything that Seattle does well, like the Commanders are bad at. They're bad at stopping. Sam Darnold's 8th in the NFL in play action rate. And then on his play action passes, like not even typo stuff, like he's averaging 20.9 yards per completion on play action passes. Like against play action, Washington is 25th in the NFL in yards allowed per pass attempt, 25th in touchdown rate. Darnold, obviously, 7th in pre-snap motion rate. Washington against pre-snap motion plays, 31st in yards per attempt, 31st in yards allowed per completion. Yeah, it's just a mismatch for I think that Washington be able to stop what Seattle wants to do offensively. Jackson Smith and Jigba also on those play action passes is averaging 6.6 yards per route run. Like, seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Yeah, and then Jaden Daniels, like he's been fine this year, but like he hasn't been very good at all. And he's going against one of the best defenses in the NFL. We don't know he's going to have Laramie Tunsil. We know he's not going to have Terry McLaurin, and he's getting a Seattle defense that's coming out of the bye as healthy as they've been. Even to this point in the season, Seattle is 6th in yards per pass attempt. They are 10th in touchdown rate allowed. They're getting that was with like Devin Witherspoon playing only 2 games, Julian Love playing only 3 games, and Nick Manowari playing just 3 games. All of those guys are expected to be back out of the bye. And then going back to Daniels, 19.2% of his dropbacks have lost an one EPA or worse. That's 27th in the NFL this season. Like he's had a problem with negative plays. Yeah, it's one of these games where I just think Seattle handles business, man.
I hope that you are right because I just kind of want the entire Seahawks organization to be rewarded for what they've done this year. I think like everything that Seattle is doing is very cool. I think that they moving on from Geno, I think a lot of organizations would not have done that. I've loved the Clint Kubiak stuff. The role that Jackson Smith and Jigba is playing for them is awesome. I know a lot of people are complaining about the KW3 Charbonnet stuff.
Yeah,
They're just like
kind of
very
annoying.
annoyed by
That's
it.
for fantasy football.
Yes. Which is, certainly not ideal, but I don't know. Do you have an explanation for why the team has been so brutal? Like
Who's
why has
that?
the Commanders, like why are the Commanders just like so out of sorts?
Well, they ran hot last year and in terms of schedule, they had the easiest schedule in the NFL last year. They ran hot like all the conversion stuff on 4th down and the red zone conversion. Like we knew there was going to be regression, and they just had a ton of injuries. They're also super old. They have the oldest roster in the NFL, so like a lot of things, just kind of the marriage of a lot of things.
Yeah, and like a little bit of Cliff's system works very well at first and then struggles as teams kind of figure it out. And like, Daniels also has not been healthy. The wide
Yeah, they've
receivers
been
have
banged up,
stunk.
man.
Yeah, they've been very banged up. Yeah, just like I think interesting there. Do you think this line is factoring in Daniel starting, or do you think that it's going to be Mariota again?
I don't know, but Daniels is starting.
Oh, Daniels is starting. Okay. All right. I saw that he had
He practiced
been
in full, right?
I saw that he had been practicing, but I mean, hey man, you never know. You never know when to believe in full practice report about a quarterback after what the the Baltimore Ravens did.
Yeah, and like a lot of the older
week.
veterans that they got, I saw someone in the chat mention Bobby Wagner. Like Marshawn Lattimore's been terrible. He did have the dope interception on Monday. Mahomes even called it out. Did you see the Mahomes thing? He was like, I threw that ball where I wanted. He's like, that was an awesome play. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
but outside of that, like Lattimore's been terrible. Like it's been a rough year, man, for like some of those guys on the defensive side.
Yes. I completely agree there. Okay. Let's move on now to my 3. My 3 is the New England Patriots minus 5.5 points at home to the Atlanta Falcons. Something seems a bit rotten with the Atlanta Falcons, and they are, obviously like kind of a hard team to figure out because they've been smoked by the Dolphins. They've been smoked by the Carolina Panthers. And
yeah, they have the 2 worst losses in the NFL this season, do they not? Are those the 2 worst losses?
But they also outgained the Panthers in that game, which is just very strange. But really, this one is more about believing in what the Patriots are doing offensively. They are 4th in the NFL in net adjusted yards per attempt. The running game has been so bad. I do wonder if it might be actually a little bit better with Ramondre Stevenson not in there. Although it's, obviously it's this very bizarre situation where, Henderson has not been very good when he has been in there. The Patriots also kind of have this system that is equipped to what the Falcons do well offensively. Every running back against the Patriots has had rushing yards below their seasonal average per game. And they have a great number 1 corner to go throw on Drake London. So then you're asking like Kyle Pitts and Darnell Mooney and all these guys to make plays. So to me, it just feels like a very bad matchup for the Falcons.
And Michael Penix has been awful on the road this year.
He's been so bad. I mean, he just has not been very good in general. I mean, I don't know. I guess Penix is starting, not Kirk Cousins. I just don't really know what to make of the Falcons.
Yeah, I like the defensive secondary pieces and some of the scheme stuff, but this is not a good matchup for them, even against the Patriots team that really isn't a good running team. But teams have figured out to like go real heavy against this really light Atlanta front. And you're like, all right, well, hey, back-to-back weeks they faced, San Francisco and Miami, teams that use fullbacks or like typically play heavy, but guess who's 3rd in the rate of runs with 2 or more backs on the field? The New England Patriots, right behind Miami and San Francisco. But against those sets, like they have faced the most runs this season against 2 or more running backs in the field, and they're 24th in yards per carry, 25th in yards before contact on those runs. Patriots are also 5th in the NFL in rate of 22 personnel on run plays. And they're 11th and 12th personnel with 2 tight ends because they do play a lot of 2 tight ends, which is also giving Atlanta problems. So these teams that can go heavy against Atlanta and their lighter front have success running the football against them. So if we don't end up having Ramondre Stevens in practice today, I know people will make the jokes that's going to be Terrell Jennings or Dearness Johnson season, but like this would be the spot. Like you just got it. They have to give Trayvon the football. And he did play well last week too.
Yeah, he did. Shout out to him for 74 rushing yards on 10 carries, including a fumble.
His first, didn't fumble in college at all. He fumbled inside the
something about being a Patriots running back just makes you want to put the ball on the turf. All right, we have got my 2, your 2, and my 1 left. Mr. Rebar, what is your 2?
Yeah, like I said, I'm swerving into like these teams that I just think that the spread does belong. And like I said, I took the Chargers, and I'm taking the Lions. Yeah, I mean, we're getting the Lions
cannot
at
get
home
with this one.
No, the Lions at home against JJ McCarthy.
I'll let you do your stats and everything here, but
go ahead, play it.
What? Can we really bury JJ McCarthy yet? I know no. It's all so weird. The soft benching, Carson Wentz is playing with this crazy.
But the Vikings are bad. It's
injury.
Not even just JJ McCarthy. Like the Vikings are bad.
Yeah. Like what happened to their defense?
They've got 4 offensive line injuries. They've been absolutely destroyed by any competent quarterback they face this year. Like any competent quarterback they face has just wrecked them. The only two guys that haven't like destroyed that, like they played Michael Penix, Jake Browning, and Dylan Gabriel. Outside of that, every other guy has just cruised to production against them.
Yeah. All right. Well, give me your breakdown. Give me the big statistical breakdown.
We're getting the Lions at home, who have scored 52, 34, 24 points at home. Also, like Brian Flores in these games against Jared Goff, like what he runs doesn't work against Jared Goff. Well, first of all, they're number one in blitz rate again this year. He has blitzed Jared Goff the past 2 years in 4 matchups, 64% of the time, with over a 50% rate in every single one of those games. Against the blitz in those games, Jared Goff has completed 81% of his passes for 9 yards per pass attempt and a 5% touchdown rate. And like those are better versions of the Vikings defense than we're getting right now. Like I said, that like hasn't stopped. They didn't stop Justin Herbert. They didn't stop Jalen Hurts. They didn't stop Aaron Rodgers. Like this is a game where like the Lions are going to do it. And this is another, like the run game is going to be probably pretty good here. This is another, like we talk about the Vikings against quarterbacks, like they're getting crushed by heavy teams too that play multiple tight end sets. They've allowed the most rushing yards per game against 2 tight end sets this year with 2 or more tight ends in the field. Detroit, 6th highest in 12 personnel runs. They are the 4th highest in 13 personnel runs. Jahmyr Gibbs is 4th in the NFL in rushing attempts at multiple tight ends on the field. Also, Jahmyr Gibbs in these 4 games against Brian Flores, 9 touchdowns. I love him as a DFS pivot this week too, as well. Amon-Ra St. Brown in these games against Brian Flores, against the blitz, 25 of 29 targets against the blitz, 4.8 yards per route run, 3 touchdowns. Like this is on DFS, like this is the wagon, right? Like low-owned Lions at home.
Yeah, people are not going to be in on the Lions. We got some good, just Thorman had this tweet. If Coach Speak scored fantasy points, Jameson Williams would be Jamar Chase. We got another soundbite from John Morton this week. He said, "I have failed Jameson Williams. And I, it's my job. I have to do a better job of getting the ball to Mr. Williams." I do well, particularly now that $4,700 Travis Hunter is off the menu. I think we have to be into Mr. Jameson Williams. So Goff, St. Brown, JMO, it's all there.
Yeah, and low owned Lions at home.
Yeah, low owned Lions at home. You're right, and McCarthy being good would only aid that process for them, right? I mean, it would only make get the Lions pushed a little bit. This one, I kind of like an alt over here. Like you do like alt over like 53.5 or whatever. And you just say JJ McCarthy is going to be able to hang there. All right. That was your 2. We are now down to my 2. Reebs, I'm thinking you are probably not going to be with me on this one, but I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers minus 2.5 points on the road against the New York Giants. Jackson Dart leads the NFL in time to throw, but he also is bottom 5 in the NFL in pressure to sack. And I'm not even necessarily saying that is his fault, but it just means he kind of doesn't really have anything open for him. If he's not throwing it to the quick developing stuff to Wandale, he's waiting for Darius Slayton. Jackson Dart is, I believe, 6th in the NFL in rate of his throws that are deep throws. And it just feels like the wheels are kind of just falling off slowly but surely for the Giants. So you lose Neighbors. Slayton is playing through a hamstring injury. You lose Scatterbo. You lose the things that are working for you on offense. And I agree with your take that like the 49ers have nothing left on defense, but I don't think in this spot it particularly matters. And I think that also the Giants have kind of been riding their luck in these games. Like the second Broncos game it was just like an example of how quickly things can fall apart for a team like that. Do you think this one is crazy?
I don't think it's crazy. I'm just I think Jackson Dart is a baller. And
yes.
They've already they've already beaten the Eagles and like probably should have beaten the Broncos. And then just the 49ers they have so many injuries, man. Like That's it. That's
It's
like, I'm
it.
just like,
That's really
that's just really it. The
just it.
49ers have so many injuries, man. It sounds like they're going to hold Purdy and Pearsall out because the MetLife stuff for a week, for one
Yeah.
more game. And Mac Jones, I think, can be fine against this Giants defense. The thing,
How excited is your son about the Jackson Dart experience? I bet he's
he's
mourning
tried to hide
at it
it. Like,
though.
he's tried to hide it because he's been hurt already. Like, but like, you could tell, like, he's kind of into it. But now the Scadaboo injury does hurt. But Dart like looks like he has it, man. Like, he's truly fun. He's fun.
Yes. He Dart, if we can keep this guy upright. One thing I am a little bit concerned, and another reason why
Well,
I
the
like
49ers have no pass rush right now. Like, zero pass rush.
well, something I'm worried about is that as a result of basically no one ever being open, is that Dable is just happy to continually to call these run plays for Jackson Dart. And I don't know, like,
Oh yeah. We got to
he's not a
protect him. We got to protect him, man.
he's not a huge guy. Like, I'm not saying he's not small. This is not like Kyler, but like using Jackson Dart like a battering ram, I don't know how many weeks in a row that works, like with him staying
Because he
upright.
doesn't slide or anything, man. Like,
No, he's
he's
not. Yeah. No, he most
yeah. This
certainly
isn't like an Arkansas
does
running
not.
back, Jackson. Like, you can't run through that guy.
Yeah, this was like the the Jaden Daniels thing where it was like, hey man, Hayden had that great clip of Jaden Daniels just like 1st and 10 against Alabama, and he just like lets himself get just leveled by a linebacker. Yeah, somehow Jackson Dart anti-slides. Somehow it's like he is embracing the contact. All right, so there we go. If we got all your games in.
Yeah.
All right. Another one. I know for a fact, if anything, not only are you going to hate this one, you probably are on the other side of this one. Reebs, I am taking the Fighting Chicago Bears traveling to play at the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm sorry, man. This Bengals defense, I just don't know what do you think Zach Taylor and his coaching staff does? Like, what is Al Golden telling his defensive players to do during the week? They have allowed the second most passing touchdowns. They're 31st in the NFL in net adjusted yards per attempt allowed. They are 28th in the NFL in EPA allowed per rush. They just let Justin Fields slice and dice and cook them up. Caleb Williams, this is actually true. Caleb Williams is the least turnover prone quarterback in the NFL over the most recent 2 years. He has an interception rate below 1%. One of the big problems with Caleb has been the sacks. He's cut. I wanted to ask you if you knew how to run this filter. Caleb Williams took 10.7% of his dropbacks last year were sacks. He's at 5.5% of his dropbacks as sacks this year. It's the same rate as Mahomes. It has to be basically one of the best year-over-year improvements for sack rate for quarterbacks of all time. Probably no DeAndre Swift. I don't really think that matters at all. Basically, I believe in Ben Johnson. 2, I remain a non-panicking on Caleb Williams. I think that I see enough, and it's not that it's not that I don't see the obvious mistakes from Caleb. He pulls his eyes down too soon. That throw that he missed to DJ Moore at the back of the end zone last week, it didn't matter for the game, but it certainly was just bad on the tape. And Flacco has a sprained AC joint. The dude is 1 billion years old. We might see Jake Browning in this game, the literal worst quarterback in football. Reeves, I'm taking the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, this game is the Spider-Man meme, right? Both these defenses are a travesty.
So
31st and
bad.
30th in defensive success rate, both of them. And yeah, like you said, no Trey Hendrickson probably, and they just allowed 39 points to a Jets offense that had 39 points over their previous 3 games, and probably wanted to bench their starting quarterback during the week, but couldn't. And they didn't have Garrett Wilson. Like, it's just not a serious defense. And apologies to Aaron Glenn, because I told him he wasn't serious, and it turned out the Bengals defense was less serious than Aaron Glenn.
That really was a game of who wants to be less serious. Who can be less serious first. Although how shocked are you that the Jets and Aaron Glenn knew the go for two down 2 scores in the fourth
I
quarter?
was blown away, and it
I
was
was
absolutely couldn't believe that Aaron Glenn. But you know, he did coach under Dan Campbell.
He did. You know what? That's so true. And you see so little evidence of that in these games. And that game obviously extended the leash for Justin Fields. Like Justin Fields is now like he got a contract to back someone up next year. Like Justin Fields is going to be, I don't know, Saints backup next year. Maybe a Colt. Colts would be a good fit for Justin Fields. I don't know, man. I can't get with this idea that billion-year-old Flacco is gonna out-duel Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. It might
Well, they're
very
going to
well
be able
be
to just
true.
run the ball if they want. I think even with or without Swift, they're going to run the ball. I mean, you look at what the Bengals are just giving up on the ground. And since the Bears have come out of the bye, they have tried to be more run heavy. They were successful the first 2 weeks. They fell a little bit game script behind last week. And I was like adamant like last week, like too, like saying like you can't use any like pre-buy Ravens defensive metrics. Like throw them all out of the window. And we saw again last night, like this is a team that calibrates, they make adjustments to their roster. I even had some stuff in the worksheet about, you know, since they had traded for Eli Gillum, what it allowed Kyle Hamilton to do before the bye. And then like Ben Select did like a way better job of like explaining it to like ball knowers, like this is the impact it has. But like they can run the football in this game though, the Bears. Like, and like that's what I think. Like, man, they allowed 265 yards, the Bengals, that is, to the Jets backfield last week. I mean, the week before, 173 yards to the Pittsburgh backfield. They faced Detroit and Green Bay, who are good backfield, so like they were going to get them. Like 218 yards to the Denver Broncos backfield, 185 yards to the Vikings backfield, 176 yards to the Jaguars backfield. Like teams are just going to be all like you can just run on the Bengals.
Yes, you can. So there you go. Reebs has the Houston Texans. We both
have the
have
Broncos.
You have the Denver Broncos. We both have the Los Angeles Chargers. You took the Kansas City Chiefs. I was too much of a coward. I took the Indianapolis Colts against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You took the Seattle Seahawks against the Commanders. I like that one. I probably should have had that one on my list. I took the New England Patriots against the Atlanta Falcons. You took the Detroit Lions against the Vikings. I took the 49ers against the New York Football Giants. And I took the Chicago Bears as a 2.5-point road favorite against the Cincinnati Bengals. Surely no chance will that be tilting at all. You know, that one will just be super nice and straightforward. Chicago will not be annoying. Yeah. All right, Reebs, let's go cook a little bit of a pick 'em. Maybe we can pick off a Parker Washington hire here over on the dog. I wonder, there's probably nothing up. Parker, do you think that Brian Thomas Jr. will play well at all this week, or like is it just over for BTJ?
No, because before listen, London was a shit show. I'm not gonna defend it and say that it wasn't. But before that, he had started to do some things. Like he was like the previous 2 games was okay.
Yeah, the issue now is that he has
some kind of shoulder injury, right? Like
yeah, he's got I saw that he was practicing in a harness. I don't know if it's
promising.
I don't know if it's the same harness that Worthy had, but what I do know beyond a shadow of a doubt is that Brian Thomas Jr. does not possess 1/10 the dog that is in Xavier Worthy's body. Worthy playing this well.
I'm just not ready to say like Brian Thomas is bad at football all of a sudden. I'm just not there yet. I'm just not there.
No, I'm not there yet either. I just do.
Has he played well? Absolutely not. But
no, he has not played well. I wonder if the spread is moved for that one at all. All right, neither here.
There's no way Travis Hunter adjusted that spread.
It's more about the fact that like there's going to be like a concerning amount of De'Ami Brown in this game now. All right, Reebs.
No, there's going to be a concerning amount of Travis Etienne.
Yeah, there is. All right, it's pick'em time, brother. Where would you like to begin?
Josh Allen rushing yards.
Let's go. You know what? Josh Allen rushing yards.
Take it to 50.
41.5. Send it. Done. Sold. Let's go.
You want to go to 50? Do you want to go to 50?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do want to go.
He's
Then
He's got
49 on my bench.
double-digit rushing attempts in 7 straight games against the Chiefs.
What is your favorite angle on Rashee? Touchdown, yards, receptions, fantasy points. I think
probably fantasy points, right? Is the best of those lines because longest catch is kind of juiced, and then 7 catches is always like there's just a lot of ways to fail there.
A lot of ways to fail there. Yeah, I agree with you on the fantasy points. Big time there. Please get Brent. Okay. I really like Justin Jefferson this week, but I'll save that. I'll save that for next. What do you want to do with Gibbs? We both like Gibbs in this spot. We think he's getting a little bit ignored. What do you want to do there?
Yeah, we can do Gibbs. Anything, combo yards, touchdowns. What is his longest? Do we have a longest run? Can we go back to the throwback?
17.5 all day.
We want to bring it back? We haven't done it yet this year, I don't think. I don't think we've done a Gibbs longest run.
We have not. That is phenomenal. If we think that this is going to be, Mike Tomlin is going to say, all right, man, Jonathan Taylor, enjoy your time in isolation.
Tyler Warren.
Would you like to do Tyler? I was going to say, do you want to do Tyler Warren or Michael Pittman Jr.?
I like Tyler Warren in this particular matchup.
All right, see if we can get. It's not really.
Also, if you want to do you want to do like an Alec Pierce longest catch? God, you look at you say, all right, man, that's fair.
I have a hard time. I have a hard time with Alec Pierce, man. I do. I don't.
He's playing good this year, man. Well, because every Colt is playing good this year.
Every Colt is playing good. Yeah. Okay. I like that there. That is up to 4. Let's go to, I wonder, do you believe in any of this Rico Dowdle stuff? Do you like Rico Dowdle?
I mean, I do believe in Rico Dowdle as being the best back, but like, dude, they're 12.5-point road dogs against the Packers. Like, how confident are we like being bullish on any Panthers like stuff in this game?
That's valid. Do we want to take anything? Do you like any of the Kyron stuff?
How about our king, Brock Bowers, being back?
Oh, yeah. And I bet these are going to be laughably low. Yeah. 4.5 receptions, 51.
5K on DraftKings against this Jaguars team that's just been crushed by tight ends.
Absolutely. And they're going to all be dejected and sad because Travis Hunter is on the IR. So,
and we still don't know if they're going to play Jacoby Myers.
They very easily could not.
Because with the trade deadline being Tuesday, like, who knows? Like, I don't know what they're going to do coming into that game, or if he really gets a high run out. Jack Besh had been playing a lot, but
Besh had been playing
5K on DraftKings feels like hard not to play Brock Bowers.
Yes. Can I interest you in 2.5 receptions for Tyrone Tracy?
Yeah, that's fine. That's pretty. That's where you want to attack the 49ers with receiving backs.
All right, I need
I like
one
that.
more
Yeah, I do like that one.
from your toolkit.
We need one more. Oh, this line was set real low. I bet this Christian McCaffrey longest run was, what is it on here on Underdog? It was crazy low this week.
For Christian McCaffrey,
it was 13.5 is where I bet it at.
There you go. Still 13.5.
Yeah, crazy low. Giants allowing the most yards per carry to running backs. We just saw 2 weeks ago McCaffrey against a team that they could run on. Do well. So I like that one.
I like that one. I like that one as well. All right, we need
it kind of correlate. It doesn't really correlate, but so whatever.
No, it could. If you squint and see it, it could correlate. All right, we're at a 42x right now. What do we have for ETN? Do we want to do ETN higher than 13.5 rush attempts?
No, do we need? Well, we did take it to Chief. We took Rasheed, right?
Yes. Okay, hear me out. Byshell Tootin, 5.5 rush attempts. No Travis Hunter. Road favorites against
out of the bye. Post bye Bayshell bump.
Post bye Bayshell
could be fun. So what is it? We get some juice on that or no?
No, reverse juice. I guess he's had what? He's had 5.2, 4.4. But they're pricing in. They're pricing in the bump. What about Byshell Tootin longest rush 8.5 yards?
Well, he has no explosive runs. He has the most carries in the NFL without a double-digit
with
rush.
less than a 20-yard rush, yeah.
With less than a 10-yard run.
Just a matter. He's just biding his time.
Yeah, he's just biding his time.
All right. Well, let's see
That's
what
fine
we've
though.
got.
You pick
Let's
it.
see
You
what
pick it.
No. I want to see what we've got. What about 1.5 receptions for Kareem Hunt?
I don't know. What about is there like a Xavier Worthy rushing yards one?
Oh yeah, I bet it's 4.5 yards. No, 3.5. 3.5 rushing yards.
Yeah, that could be fun. They should be like. Can we take it to like? Can you do like 9 like double digit rushing yards, like 1 10 yard
Yeah.
run, like
Oh yeah.
1 10 yard run? Is it?
Beautiful.
Oh, that gets us close to the 100x.
Yes, it does. There we go. We will do that. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
Reeves.
fun. That's fun.
This is what
Nothing like
we are
sweating
locking
out a
in.
Xavier Worthy end around.
It's nothing like it happening on 2nd and 8 and then being like, how many yards did he get? Did he get 9? Did he get 10? Nothing like that. All right. We slid Josh Allen up to 49.5 rush yards. Rashee Rice, 14.25 fantasy points. Jahmyr Gibbs, 17.5 yards for his longest rush. Tyler Warren, 58.5 receiving yards. Brock Bowers, 51.5 receiving yards. Tyrone Tracy, 2.5 receptions. Christian McCaffrey, 13.5 yards for his longest rush. Xavier Worthy, higher than 9.5 rushing yards. Reebs, tell the people about Angles and Upside and the show with High Low, and we'll send you on your merry way, brother.
Yeah, if you're curious of anyone that we didn't talk about, I wrote them up on the website. I know, selling subscriptions in the season, who cares, right? But if you want to use promo code Halloween at Sharp Football Analysis, you can get 50% off anything at the website. This weekend, a little trick or treat handout there for you guys. I'm going to be on Searching for Ceiling at noon with 1 week season with High Low, and then I'll be recording with Crane this afternoon, Angles and Upside, which the people are saying is the best show in fantasy football.
They are saying it. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it more and more. And yeah. All right, Reebs, thank you for your time. I appreciate you, brother. Everyone, make sure you're reading the worksheet. Make sure you are Searching for Ceiling and Angles and Upside. And we'll talk to you later, brother.
Good luck, everyone. Pour one out for Travis Hunter.
Pour one out. Nez, man.
Hi, Davis.
What's even the point, bro? What are we even doing here? This is Travis Hunter getting injured in a game is one thing. Travis Hunter suffering a non-contact knee injury in practice is quite certainly another.
Can I just tell you, like, one of the good things about like what you're about to experience in your life is like when you have these moments, you can just like step away and just like go like hold your child and be like, this is what it's all about. Like this is actually what it's all for. And you can just kind of like unplug a little bit and then you can take your mind off it, and then you put the child back down, and then you get back to your desk and you're like, fuck, man. Like
that honestly sounds so incredible, bro. Like that right there, what you just described, I'm like, wow. Yeah, that's really nice. I would actually love that.
It's a tilt escape for sure. It's a tilt escape. So how about that? How about we open up with something nice and sweet?
There we go. That is nice and sweet. And right now what I'm doing is there we go. So our refreshed Parker Washington numbers on the dog application.
Wow.
39.5 receiving yards, 3.5 receptions, 0.182x for a rushing and receiving touchdown for our boy P. Wash.
That's looking like 6th round in the dog bowl for me.
Buddy, that's looking like 6th round and 6-mans if you're talking to me. Sounds like a fellow father who missed Giannis swaps last night.
Oh,
many such cases.
Oh, don't even get me started. I don't even want to. This is not a hoop show. Don't get me fired up, Ty. Don't do it. This is a football show. Please don't get me fired up.
I'm about to meet my NBA DFS retirement shortly, which is, it's been a long time coming. Just got the injury notification on redacted. Travis Hunter has been marked out. Update your NFL lineups.
In the shell? No.
In the shell, brother. In the shell. Mr. Hunter was in the shell. He is now needing to be removed from the shell. Let's get ourselves on track.
All right.
And let's build ourselves an 8-leg shipper of playing the best plays. And let's just simply it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of juice, if we need to do some sliding one way or the other. Let's find ourselves a winner. Nez,
All right. Let's restore the vibes here. bring order back to everything, and we're gonna go to Colts and Steelers, if you don't mind.
I don't.
Super into this game. I'm gonna have us take the receiving yards on Joshua Downs as a higher.
Give me your thesis.
Dude, this game is gonna kick so much ass. It's insane. I think here's like the perfect storm of this game is that both of these defenses are like not good. Steelers stink out loud. The Colts have been kind of covered up by how not good their defense is because their offense is like historical and is winning games single-handedly. The Colts defense is not good. It is not a good defense. The Steelers offense, people don't realize that they are one of the most efficient offenses in football because like they've been sticking out loud defensively on national TV. This game is going to kick ass. It's a 50 total, and I think it could even exceed that. 3-point spread.
People
well.
It's a 50 total, by the way. They like people hear the name Steelers and they think like classic Steelers. You know what
They
I'm saying?
They do.
Yeah.
And that is not the case. So all this to say, this is like a big time Josh Downs game. He practiced in full. There's going to be a lot of scoring involved here. Josh Downs already kind of like assuming like a decent role here. And I just think this is going to be like a sick little shootout, and Josh Downs will benefit.
All right, let's go. You know what? Let's just go on the other side of this game, and let's do a little slide down to Kalen Metcalf. Let's just take him to 49.5 receiving yards. Just a little slider down.
Okay.
We're actually getting sometimes you will see these price adjustments on the application not done exactly right.
Yeah.
And this is one of the cases. The price at 49.5 is set like it should be 59.5 as his median. But it's not. It's so you guys are getting about 1.5 yards of value right here. So shout out to the little slider down to Kalen Metcalf. Are you taking Metcalf in BRs this week?
Yeah, I am. Really like him this week. This game in general, man, I just think is gonna be pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right. Where do you want to go next?
I want to go to another higher, and we're going to go with Nico Collins off the concussion. He's practicing. He's going to play against the Denver Broncos here. This is another game that definitely like projects for, not nearly as well as Steelers and Colts, but I'm kind of IKBing this one and thinking that this game could be a little bit of fun. I think that the Texans are going to be playing from behind, and they are going to have to throw. And with no Surtain on the other side, it makes me really like Nico Collins a lot more. So I'm playing Nico a lot in BRs, and I have no problem taking 62.5 here or 5.5 receptions, whatever you prefer. Honestly, I think they're both pretty solid here.
Nico just doesn't get a ton of the like first read, quick, like, oh, this is our wide receiver one. We need to make sure to get him the ball. Doesn't really happen for Nico Collins because Nick Caley is a terrorist. This will be my most added DFS pick'em entry. Brock Bowers higher than 51.5 receiving yards. He's against the Jaguars. He's in the dome. He has not played football in a month. The brace has been off for 2 weeks because remember, before the Raiders bye week, the brace was already off, but they just decided to hold him out. You are getting peak of his powers, Bowers, for 51.5 receiving yards against the Jaguars. We are sending this one higher.
Peak of his power, Bowers. I mean, that's just like, if that's not like a political campaign, I don't know what is. Like, I'm bought in, and I'm fully bought in. Yeah, that's fun. I'm taking Bowers a lot in BRs, so yeah, that all checks out to me.
I have 35% of Mr. Bowers in Battle Royale games on Underdog right now.
Love it, absolutely love it. All right, let me see here. I think I'd like to go to Giants Niners. Do we have anything? No, I was looking for Purdy because I think Purdy is just gonna have a really fun time out here.
I do too.
But let's instead do George Kittle, and we'll do. What do we think here on old Georgie?
I always like yards more than receptions. Wow, holy shit. My boy Psychedelic Kurz with the 50. Bro, Kurz, this guy's having an insane DFS year.
Really?
He won the Game Changer and shipped for 120K in week 3, the week no one wanted to play St. Brown, or week 2, the week no one wanted to play St. Brown. And then he had a 3-way chop of the showdown on Monday night. Chiefs commies.
Oh my God.
Unreal DFS year. Yeah.
Of course he's a short king member. Of course he is.
Of course. Yeah. You do love to see it.
That's so sick, man. Shout out to him. Yeah, let's do Kittle yards.
Always like the yards action with Kittle. Yeah, you always like the yak and the I mean, he could have 2 receptions for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's the only player I know of who has multiple 3 target, 3 reception, 3 touchdown games. It's just
that's impressive.
The guy's just insane. All right, I would like to go to the Los Angeles Chargers at the Tennessee Titans, and I would like to select my boy Kamani Vidal to score a rushing or receiving touchdown. They're giving us to this at -112 both ways. I don't know.
Be still.
Someone's gonna get fired over this blunder.
My heart's fluttering at this, man. This is that. Why
is he not priced like Kyron Williams? How long is it going to take the community to realize that Kamani Vidal is very, very good?
Hopefully, not this week. Maybe next week they can figure that out.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
So. Yeah. All right, there we go. We've got 6. We are at a 27xer, which let me tell you, if you hit at it, always when you're building these Nez, we always have it like this. It's like, oh man, we just need to juice it a little bit more. Then you're sitting there on Sunday and you're like, why didn't I just do it at 20x? What's wrong with me?
Every time, but you know what? That's not the point. That's not the point of this, right? That we're having fun. Honestly, I'll give us one that we can bump down a little bit.
Okay.
How about that? Let's go Teteroa McMillan, and let's just take him to 49.5 receiving yards.
I mean, I like Tet at any price.
So do
yeah, I'm happy to bump him down a little bit. So we got him to 49, and that's still, dude. We're gonna have a 50 extra here once I add my next one in. I'm gonna go to the Monday night game. We're gonna have 7 green dots going into Monday night.
Yep.
And we're just gonna add a Javonte Williams rushing or receiving touchdown. It's so inevitable. There was a good quote from Schottenheimer this week about sending Jaden Blue to 0. So it's like we might just basically because he fumbled, right?
Yeah.
So I think we could actually see like 25 rushes from Javonte Williams on Monday against Arizona.
I'm surprised that the spread is so tight on this, but I guess that's just like how bad the Cowboys defense is. But
well, we are going to be getting some fortunate news. I'm expecting it to come this afternoon that Jacoby Brissett is going to start over a healthy Kyler Murray.
Do you think they're going to do that?
So Kyler canceled his media availability yesterday.
Hey, why would he do that, Davis?
Very, very Windhorse situation. Do we have someone just said, oh, are you seeing this?
I'm seeing a lot of things.
Unlimited boosts are back, brother.
The finale. I haven't had enough. I need more infinite boosts.
86 Xer with the boost. Okay. All right. We're boosting. Just keep boosting. Just keep boosting. All right. That is in the YouTube chat. That is in the YouTube description. And I'll even put that in the private chat. Where is the private chat? Do they change the location of this?
Yeah, they've got like 5 different options now at the top. I see it. I am looking at it, but
all right. If this is just easier, I'm just going to send it to you on Discord. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, it's over. Travis Hunter's out for the year, man. I'm really sorry to be the one to tell you this. A non-contact knee injury that he suffered in practice. I mean, don't let me be the bearer of bad news. He's not only is he not playing this year, he's also not in training camp next year. He did his ACL or MCL. He's not coming back. Would I trade Woody and BTJ for Bucky? Yeah, I probably would, assuming that he is somewhat healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick is saying it's I did this with Worthy, so it's null and void. No, Chiefs players are different for me. You can't take any. I'm the boy who cried. I'm the boy who cried wolf. With
let me double down on the notion that like Travis Hunter is not going to be seen in OTAs.
Yeah, thank you. Garrick asking the important questions: did he tear his offensive ACL or his defensive ACL? It's important. It's important. All right, Nez. Let's do our DBQ practice entry right now.
Okay.
Let's get our minds right for all touchdowns.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a layup here just because this should be college football-ified, like we talked about last week with some of these touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor is going to waltz, moonwalk, like do the worm into the end zone against the Steelers, maybe 5 times, but we'll just do it for 1x. For 0.7x.
Are you not concerned that Mike Tomlin is waking up every morning, staring in his mirror with his creepily intense eyes and saying, if you let Jonathan Taylor walk all over you, you're not a man? My only concern is that Mike Tomlin would rather give up 500 passing yards and 6 passing touchdowns to Daniel Jones than let Jonathan Taylor dog walk his defense.
I agree. I just don't even think that there's anything he could do.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I'm in complete agreement. I'm also going to take free money. I'm going to see a nickel on the ground. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to take Jahmyr Gibbs to score a rushing or receiving touchdown. Not that this really matters, but he has scored a touchdown against the Minnesota Vikings every time he's played them. And the Vikings, as Reebs pointed out, their defense is just bad now.
It is. I'm glad he said it. And not enough people are, I think, understanding it. So I'm enjoying that in drafts this week. All right, let's get the party started here a little bit, shall we? I'm gonna go to Rico Dowdle to score a touchdown here. It's better than you think. It's better than you think.
No, dude, I'm with you. Reebs would not go with me on this one. The Packers let every dog shit stinky team stick around with them.
They are there. You got to go. You need to access your Bill Simmons brain. They are a bad good team, right? They beat the good teams. They lose to the bad teams. This is who they are.
1,000,000% correct. That is exactly what they are.
And one more feather in the cap, because like Hayden Winks is the only person I've seen do these charts, and I think they're sick. He's been plotting who gets a touch in the backfield, juxtaposed to the winning percentage of the game and throughout the game. And Chuba only got touches because it was garbage time. Like Rico Dowdle did not get garbage time touches last week. And they also had come out and said that Rico Dowdle is their starting running back. 1.67x on this. I like it. I'm a Panthers apologist, so take it with a grain of salt, but I like it.
I think that I think that Rico is underrated by the markets this week. So I'm certainly with you. It's just a bad price. All right, I'm just gonna add the Vidal one in again. Yeah. I'm gonna be a sloppy, greedy glutton with the Kamani Vidal numbers that are available.
No, you have to. That's one that you just kind of have to take. I'm not necessarily suggesting this next one, but similar vein as 1x to score a touchdown, but not quite so good of a spot, but I kind of like it, is a Tyron Tracy.
Yeah. The 49ers are the most injured defense in the National Football League. You have some equity of getting peeled off by Singletary at the goal line. Tracy plays 80%. I don't think it's very likely. It is in play. But at even money, what was Scattaboo every week for rushing or receiving touchdown? 0.85x or whatever. And
yeah, at his peak.
Yeah. So I'm totally comfortable with this one. And we are already up to an 18x without applying our boost that we do have.
Yeah, we are going to boost this. Even though it's a practice run, we are boosting.
Now, God damn it. Okay. So the UD is too good. They already got ahead of us. They have Trevion Henderson even money to score a rushing or receiving touchdown. They know. I
would have vetoed the shit out of that.
I can't do it. Well, I don't think Ramondre is going to play.
I don't either.
And still, we're taking Terrell Jennings anytime touchdown,
dude. I need to see it. I need to see it first. It has been that bad. It has been pretty poor. All right, let's go to Kansas City Buffalo. I'll do it. I will take Kareem Hunt to score a touchdown. As you should.
Even minus 112 both ways. Kareem Hunt rushing or receiving touchdown. You do hate to see it, but at the same time, you do love to see it at the same time.
Oh, that's funny. No, you do love to see it. It's a very good bet there. Okay, we got. Let's see here. Now I got to make a decision here. Let's go to Jalen Warren to score a touchdown. Play the other side of that
so
game.
I've been trying to think about Jalen Warren in BR stuff all week. Like I explain that I think that he's like a really, really good bet to get like 16 touches and like 14.2 fantasy points. I have a hard time reasoning through how does he get to like 25?
Yeah, it's 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they will not give him the ball enough. He will not get like 25 touches in this game.
No, the most we've seen is 23, and that was pre Gainwell, kind of like coming into the fold. Post Gainwell, he had 20. He's good, man. Like he's efficient with the ball. He just like hasn't found his way to the end zone. So I'm just like going process here.
Dog Bowl touchdown stuff is very simple. You sign up on the Google Sheet tweeted from the Underdog Drafts account, put your Underdog username on there. You get a boost token in your account. If you have the highest multiplier for Dog Bowl touchdown stuff, you go to you then get entered into a draft to go to the Dog Bowl. That's right. Correct, Nez?
Yeah. So like if you are the winner of the week, then you get to round 2. And then you have to win round 2, which happens, I think, in week 13. And then if you do make it past that round, then you go to Kansas City for the Dog Bowl Pick'em Championship.
All right.
Yeah.
Allow me to give you something that you have not pondered this week. A provable 35-point ceiling running back playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars after his bye week. No one wants him. No one thinks for 1 second that Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly put their heads together, figured out a way to kind of reconfigure the offense with 2 weeks to think about it. No one believes that the 6th overall pick from Boise State University, who does actually look like maybe the second best running back in the NFL, while 9 guys are like gang tackling him behind the line of scrimmage. No one wants this guy. Ashton Genty, minus 112 both ways for a touchdown. I am jamming Mr. Genty this week in all formats.
I kind of love what we just cooked here.
Wow. Unlimited 30% boost. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do.
Tempting me with a good time.
All right. Touchdowns. We have Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs, Rico Dowdle, Kamani Vidal, Tyrone Tracy, Kareem Hunt, Jalen Warren, Ashton Genty.
Wow.
And now we are going to do some fucking hating. We are going to do some deep, deep hating. We are going to do the Hateful Eight. And I will allow you to start with whomstever you would like.
Oh man. All right. I've been in like such a good headspace that I haven't really been doing a ton of hating here. Let me start with, let's start with, I don't know if you're going to like this or not. All right. I do want to do this though. I want to hate on Chase Brown
Oh, say less.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're kind of like in the same camp here. I think I'm gonna hate on Chase Brown.
I think you could do yards or rush attempts or fantasy points. It really any or all of the above.
Let me just do
Brown.
fantasy points. That's been like my bread and butter. Samaje Perine getting a little too much work for my liking.
No, dude, it was a legit 50-50 split last week. Legit 52. It was 54%, 46% of the snaps between the two of them.
Not good. Not good. Yeah. Not what you want. Joe Flacco, I don't think is going to play.
You think it's going to be Browning?
Yeah, Jamar Chase doing some incredible gamesmanship. I don't think he plays.
Okay. All right. I mean, that is very bad for Jamar Chase.
I think so.
All right. Steve Smith this week on his program said, "You can't teach a dog to bark." Keon Coleman can't separate. He can't run routes. He stinks. This is not me saying this. This is Steve Smith. So I'm going to take lower than 3.5 receptions for Keon Coleman. You could do either yards or receptions. You could take him not to score a touchdown. You could take lower fantasy points. You could do whatever you want. But I am looking to agree with Mr. Smith on Keon Coleman.
Oh man, that was so good. Yeah,
it was very funny. I like you can't teach a dog to bark. I think it was very good.
He's got a way with words. He sure does. I'm gonna go for our next pick here to the Vegas Jags game. I'm gonna take a lower on Trevor Lawrence passing yards of 233.5. I just don't like this guy, man. I don't care for Trevor Lawrence.
It's honestly, dude, I could just completely agree. It's like, what's the point of you, bro?
You were the chosen one.
Enough. I've had enough on the wish casting of Trevor Lawrence. Yeah,
I'm over it.
One I really like. I really like lower than 40.5 receiving yards or 3.5 receptions for Trey Tucker in this same game. Bowers being back and healthy. Like how many targets did Trey Tucker get in week 1? I bet he got literally 2.
Didn't he kind of break out week 1?
No, he had 3 targets. He did score a touchdown. It was the week 3 game against the Commies. Let's do lower than 3.5 receptions for Trey Tucker.
Okay. I like it. Yeah. I'm good with that.
All right. That is 4 legs here.
I think I'm going to stick with this game. And I mean, what has Bashal Tutin shown to us that he deserves to have anything listed?
I'm using a veto on this because because my bags need it too bad.
All right.
My bags, dude, Travis Hunter just died. My bags are begging you not to take this. My bags are saying, please, Nez.
I will respect your bags. I'll respect them. Let's go to Rams Saints instead here.
Yes.
And wow, take your pick on the Saints, man. I want to do a lower on Tyler Shuck. And
Tyler Shuck is good. I think Jawan Johnson is good. I think that I wish we could take a lower on Devon Vele. 187 passing yards is not very many. Can I offer you 55.5 scrimmage yards lower on Alvin Kamara?
See, I just think that he's the one piece that scares me the most on the lower, because there's no Kendre Miller. It is Tyler Shuck week. I worry that he could be the simplest option.
All right, let me propose an alternative. We slide Chris Olave up and take the lower.
Okay, I'll concede there.
Because if you think we're getting the boost, so with the 30% boost, you assume that with a 30% boost, something that is slid comes back to its median price effectively.
Sure. Yeah. I like that logic. Yeah, dude, Shuck is not the answer. I'm sorry. He sucks, but they just have no choice.
They had a choice. They had a choice. They did not have to bench Rattler in that game. Like, not that Rattler was playing well, but
like,
come on,
why do
man.
you take Tyler Shuck in the second round? Why? I mean, that's where everything just like went wrong to start. Was just we got to take the 26-year-old, and yeah, I don't know, man.
All right, I want to see what QJ has available. 36 and okay, you know what? You're probably not gonna like this one because I know you like this guy. Do you know what Keenan Allen's snap share was last week?
Bad.
Dude, he played 27% of the snaps last week against the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, that's not what I want. That's not what I was hoping to see.
And it's like not that it is even impossible for him to like get snaps when he's out there, but what they're doing is they're using Trey Harris in the he did get 50% of the routes and 21% of the targets. So like when he's out there, they're throwing him the ball. How about those beautiful zeros for QJ on 79% of the routes? Basically, who do you think gets scripted out of this game that they're favored by a bazillion? Keenan or QJ?
Keenan for sure. Like it's not like they're running a ton of like 12 personnel, but like somebody said in the chat there, like, yeah, Keenan is not running routes if there's not 3 wide receivers on the field. He's just like not out there.
Yeah. And Trey Harris is out there to run block, but the way that the Harbaugh system works is, dude, they want to reward that guy. Like you can't ask Trey Harris to go out there and be on an island and run block for Kamani Vidal and then be like, all right, well, we're also never throwing you the football,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So and the emergence of Gadsden as well in the passing game.
Yes.
Awful for Keenan Allen. Awful.
It's also really bad for QJ. I'm going to take lower fantasy points because we just have multiple ways to get there. I like the lower, like he could score a touchdown and we could still win. I know this because Trey Harris had 8 fantasy points in a bunch of my lineups last week with the touchdown. All right. That gets us to 6 legs. So I need one more from you. One more hate.
Okay. Let's do, man, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I was gonna hate on Caleb, but like I can't. Like I have too much cope and hope to
same.
To hate on him. But God, dude, he looks terrible.
Missing that touchdown to DJ Moore was just like, come on, man. Come on, Caleb. I can't have this.
No, man, he can only make like the most difficult plays possible. I'm sorry, man. Just there was something in the back of my head. I was like, this is probably like getting too fancy of analysis, but like, there's just no way this style of play will work in the NFL, right? And everyone's like, no, dude, he's the greatest we've ever seen. I'm like, you're right, he is for sure. And then, that style of play wasn't necessarily working at the NFL level.
I mean, Caleb Williams is just Gen Z Trevor Lawrence.
Yes. Yes, he is.
What can you do?
Here's what we're gonna do, and you can veto this if you want, but I want to take a lower on Goff
and just say they score a bazillion rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, because they run the ball a lot, as everybody knows. Are we sold that JJ McCarthy is going to come out against this like Detroit pass rush and like do things? Like are they going to be able to compete?
I'm very hopeful, but no, I am not. I'm not certain. My degree of certainty is fairly low there.
For sure. So I think doing this from maybe like a rates perspective, maybe like pass attempts, it's low. But like I worry kind of about like the yardage efficiency, but what's your favorite between the two there?
No, I think passing yards or attempts. I mean, we could do another slide. Yeah, it's not worth it. Let's just do lower than 240 passing yards, and let's just say, Gibbs has a 97-yard touchdown run, or every drive for them starts at like their own 43, and he just doesn't have the enough time to accumulate the numbers.
Yeah. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Can I interest you in an Aaron Jones lower than 50.5 combo yards?
Ooh, yeah, yeah. I'm not too sold on this spot here.
I'm
Maybe
trying to
if you,
think.
yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's a good Texans one. Okay. Well, Xavier Hutchinson lower than 2.5 receptions. Christian Kirk back, maybe.
Ooh.
There's just if there's so many guys to short, so many guys to short, so little. Wait, there's got to be a good Green Bay one. Lower than 59.5 receiving yards for Tucker Kraft. I mean, I know he's the GOAT, but
That's terrifying.
that's a lot of yards.
It is a lot of yards.
Christian Watson lowers. Christian Watson lowers actually feel pretty appealing. Who's someone that who are you fading in? Oh, I've got one. James Cook not to score a touchdown.
Oh, buddy. All right, let's do it.
I'm not really. What are you doing with James Cook in BRs?
I'm mostly like living in dog bowls this week because I'm just like so desperate to win a seat.
Yeah.
I'm taking him at like pick 12 in dog bowls
Okay.
because you don't want to get locked out at running back if you can help it.
Yes, I agree. All right, there you go. Hateful Eight, Chase Brown, lower fantasy points. Keon Coleman, lower receptions. Trevor Lawrence, lower passing yards. Trey Tucker, lower receptions. Chris Olave slid him up and then took the lower at 79.5 receiving yards. Keenan Allen, lower than 9.35 fantasy points. Jared Goff, lower than 240.5 passing yards. James Cook, not to score a touchdown. And spoiler alert, but one of my slider guys just went on season-ending IR with a knee injury that apparently people are saying in Discord he did opening a door.
No,
I don't know if this is true, but this is what people are saying in the Cord.
opening a door.
Haven't confirmed it, so it's probably not true. But that is what people are saying in the Cord.
I mean, here I could, Have you ever like had to push or open like a really heavy door? Maybe there's a lot of wind on the other side. I mean, that can happen. You got to use a lot of torque sometimes. They need automatic doors in those facilities.
Ramondre Stevenson not seen participating in practice again Friday. Welcome to your fucking nightmare, brother.
Listen. I'm hoping for good things for Trevion Henderson, but hoping and expecting are two different things.
It's true. You're a very wise man. All right, let's do the slider and then let's get out of here. Who are you sliding?
Oh man. All right. I want to slide. And again, you're always welcome to like tell me to like buzz off here, but I want to slide Drake London. What do you think about a Drake London slide? This is just to me a team that's in like absolute desperation mode here against a Patriots team that I think is going to be able to score a lot of points on them. And the run defense for the Patriots also pretty stout here. I just want to say Drake London puts up 100 receiving yards in this game where like I think just things will get simplified off of an ass whooping by the Dolphins that it's just like, we get London back, but let's feed our guy.
So the primary reason why I like it, yeah, there is the Christian Gonzalez thing, but I almost just said Carlos Gonzalez, like we're talking about the Rockies player.
Yeah.
2015. The thing is that this could just be such an unreal volume spot for Drake London because they like actually can't run. Like they just like actually like are every running back against New England has had less than their seasonal average in rushing yards. So I like that. I am going to, of course, go to Mr. Bowers. We are going to get Bowers all the way. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this. Shaheed actually smashed last week. 12 targets, 9 receptions, 75 yards. Marvin Mims. I mean, imagine if we would have slid Franklin. We were directionally accurate on the Giga slide last week.
That's so annoying, man. That just should have been Franklin. Like full stop. That's on us. That's on us.
That is on us. Yeah, that's on us. All right. We are at a 31xer. Give me a third leg. or maybe
All right.
we can agree on one. Let me toss out some options to you. First option, Kyron, 2 tuds. First option
How much is it?
gets us to a 2xer, which gets us to 127x as our multiplier. That's option 1.
Okay.
Next option, Rashee Rice to 100 receiving yards, which should be 1.48x, which gets us to 94. I wonder what can we get for my boy Kamani Vidal? It's not going to be that good. Yeah, it's not very good. What options? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about Tyler Warren.
That is pretty appealing.
He's like
Tyler Warren,
basically their number 1 receiving option, and nobody hates covering number 1 receiving options quite like the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is way historical, and in no means at all applies to 2025. But they always were terrible at covering like Gronkowski and other elite tight ends. I think Tyler Warren's going to give them fits. Like he's just going to be so wide open all day, and we're all just going to wonder, like, are they going to ever cover this guy? And they just like, no, we've got bigger plans that are like that are beyond what you can comprehend.
All right, so if we slide London to 99, Bowers to 99, and Warren to 99, we get up to a 243x, which we can apply the unlimited 30% boost to and get to a 316xer, where $5 American will return for you $1,580.70.
And all you got to do is just think that some of the best players in football have good days. That's all you got to think.
That's all you got to think. At the end of the day, that's all you got to think. That's what we call the super. I agree. Just seeing the number 316x is just so funny. You're just like, my brain can't even comprehend how what that even means.
They're pointing and laughing at us like, yeah, okay.
Try
us.
Yeah, we'll give you 316x for this. All right, Nez, tell the people about Off and On the Clock, and we'll send you on your merry way.
Yeah, Off and On the Clock, man. We're doing battle royale drafts, dog bowl drafts. They're talking about the slate as a whole as it relates to the BRs with Pete Overzet on Pete Overzet's channel. That's happening at 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you're into that, and also we're going to do some more pick'ems as well, come over there. It's a pretty good time. And if you're not subbed to the Badge Bros and you want to play some NBA on the Dog app, we talk about NBA damn near every day. So yeah, good alpha over there by us, if I may say so myself. And yeah, Davis, always super fun coming out here jamming these pick'ems.
Yes. Love Nez, love the Badge Bros. Make sure that you're checking out the masterclass. I actually, honestly, of live YouTube content, I'm the most frequent viewer of the bros because I am always trying to learn.
I love it, man. I love it.
I'm a fan of the bros. So everyone, make sure you're checking that stuff out. And I'll be back with you guys in 3 hours for the members only show over on the Swolecast channel. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Good luck.